Guys, and today with a little over a week to go, I'm going to be giving you my championship predictions for the season. So I'm going to get started. Just before I get started, to anyone that's unhappy with how I've placed your team, please don't be offended by it. It's just my opinions, and at the end of the day, we'll probably come back and mirror like we always do and laugh at it. So yeah, so let's get started. 24th, I'm finishing bottom. I've got Oxford. I know it's the easy option, but I think it'll be a struggle for them. They've obviously lost Josh Murphy to who went to Portsmouth, and 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 yeah, I like how they've added. I think they've made some decent signings, but I just don't think they'll be able to step up enough. And like I said, I think it'll be a struggle for them. So yeah, 23rd, I put Plymouth Argyle. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't know what they done apart from Wayne Rooney. If I'm in total honesty, after what happened with Birmingham last season, where he was part of the reason why they went down. They've still got Morton Whittaker and their goalkeeper Cooper at the club, but I wouldn't be surprised if both left. And I think they've made a few signings, but yeah, ultimately because of Rooney, since then, I think they'll go down. And if Cooper and Whittaker do go, I think yeah, they could be in trouble. So yeah, 22nd, I put Blackburn. I thought Blackburn were very lucky to steal last season, if I'm in total honesty. And if it weren't for wins against Sunderland, where they absolutely smacked us 5-1 and Leeds 1-0, they probably would have went down. Obviously, it looked like they wanted to lose Smodics, who was, for me, the reason why they stayed up last year. It looked like he's off to Ipswich. They've added 3 strikers. I can't see it. 3 unknowns, so I can't really see how they're going to do if you get what I mean, and I just think they'll struggle if you get what I mean. If one of them strikers are good, we could be having a different conversation. But because I don't know, and because the Kevin squad haven't really changed, other than it looked like Smodish going and they've added 3 strikers, I can't really say anything else. So yeah, 21st, I put Derby County. I'll be totally honest with you, I don't even know why. I've just got a funny feeling they're going to stay up. I do like the signing of Ben Osborne. I think he'll be a good signing. I do think that squad needs a few more additions to really being like up to like championship standard. And I'm not sure on the manager part one. But for some reason I don't know why, I think they're going to stay up. If I'm in total honesty, I could easily swap Blackburn and Derby around, or even Plymouth around, and I wouldn't disagree with you necessarily, but that's just how I'm feeling at the minute. So yeah, 20th, I put the last newly promoted team, Portsmouth. I think Portsmouth will stay up. Once again, I think they need a few more signings to really be like up to championship level, if you get what I mean. But I like Liam saying, I mean, their manager, I've forgotten his name that he used to play for Oxford. I really like him as a manager, and I think that their home form is going to be key. I think a big reason why they'll steal, because I think they'll be good at Fratton Park this season, and I think they'll steal up. I think at times they'll be scares and whatever, but I think they'll just about have enough. So yeah, 19th, I put Watford. The reason why is because I just haven't really been impressed with Tom Cleverham, in total honesty. They've lost a few players. I mean, they brought Moses Sissoko back, which is obviously for me a bit of a funny one, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not too confident on Tom Cleverley either. Like I said, I think it'll be another disappointing season. I think they'll be fine. I don't suspect them going down or anything. Don't have many goals on the side either, but I think it'll just be a disappointing season for Watford. So yeah, 18th, I put Stoke City. The reason why is because there's always excitement about Stoke every year, but it never really comes off. Let's be honest, they always seem to struggle at the bottom end of the table. I do like the signing of Johansson though. I think he's a very good goalkeeper at this level. Ben Gibson is a decent enough signing at the back. And Gallagher, to be fair, I'm not too sure on Gallagher as a striker. I don't think he scores like that many goals. But overall, I think it'll be disappointing. Stoke fans won't be happy, but I think that, yeah, I'm not being filled with Stoke really. There's been times where I've had them to win the league and they haven't happened last year. I think I had them in the top 10 and they're just always disappointing. So yeah. 17th, I put Swansea. The reason why is because I don't really know what to say about Swansea. They're just one of the teams who I don't expect much from. if you get what I mean. Like I said, I don't think they'll go down. I think they'll be pretty comfortable. But yeah, they really, I do like the man to Luke Williams. They do have some good players, Mac Rhymes and stuff. So yeah, 16th, I put Millwall. The reason why is because I just think Neil Harris is like being brought in just to do a job, if you get what I mean, and I think he'll do it. It'll be hard to go to the Den. It won't be a nice place to go under Neil Harris. Getting Tanganga back, I think, is a brilliant signing for them. I think Landstaff could be a good signing, but overall, I think it'll just be like a mid-table finish for Millwall. I think Harris is as much as I think he'll do the job. Tough place to go. I think he does have the limitations of Championship manager, if you get what I mean. But overall, I think a 16th place finish for Millwall. So yeah, 15th, I put Hull City. The reason why obviously they've lost quite a few players. Obviously, all their loans went back. They've lost Carvalho, they've lost obviously the winger, I've forgotten his name, of Philistine, who went to Aston Villa. Obviously Graves left, and I think they've lost too many players. I think 68 of their 63 of their 68 goals have all gone, if you get me. I mean, they've added one or two players like I think Drama's a good sign, looking to add a few players, but right now I've got them 15th, obviously, one manager, so it'll be interesting how he does. But overall, I think Hull's one of them where it might be completely different if I do it at the end of the transfer window. I might have them skyrocket, if you get what I mean, after I've done what they brought in, but right now I think they'll finish 15. So, yeah, 14th I put QPR. I think they had a good end to the season last season under their new manager, and I expect that to continue. For me, they've just got a solid Championship squad. If you get what I mean, who I think knows how to grind results out, will know how to get results, and I think they'll have like a solid season, a lot better than last season, and where they'll not be looking over their shoulders. Willock will be a big loss. They've signed a few players as well, so yeah. 13th, I'm not going to lie, I put Sunderland. The reason why is because I just can't see us fighting for the top six, if I'm in total honesty. Without knowing if Clark is going to stay, my hunch is I still think he goes. And without knowing if we're going to sign a striker yet, LeBreze is complete unknown. As much as I've been impressed with him so far, it could go either way. So yeah, overall we'll see. But right now I can't say anything other than a mid-table finish for us. Again, we're another one where if you could pretty much show me into it like something into the future where I know what's going to happen with Clark, if we're going to sign a good striker, maybe have one or two more, then I might be able to make a better prediction. But right now I think we'll finish 13th. So yeah, 12th I put Bristol City. The reason why is because they're just another one who's got a solid Championship squad. If you get me, they signed Sinclair Armstrong, who I think could be a good signing. I like Liam Manning as a manager. He plays some really good football, and yeah, like I said, I always say with Bristol City, they're never the best team in the league, but they're rarely the worst. They're rarely in any trouble in relegation. They always just flirt off in the middle somewhere. So yeah. 11th, I put Cardiff City. The reason why, because I really like some of the stuff they've been doing. As time recording, look like they're going to sign El Ghazi, who used to play for Aston Villa, who have been seen for a few years. But if you can get him back to the level that he was when he was at Villa in the Championship, you've got a cracking player. Callum Chambers is a really good signing. Willock's a solid signing. I just think they've got some solid Championship players, and I expect them to do pretty well. I don't think they will have enough to get on the house to get in playoff contention, but I think an 11th place finish is pretty decent for Cardiff, if I'm in total honesty. So yeah, 10th I put Sheffield Wednesday. The reason why is because I think Danny Röhl is an absolute brilliant manager, and he's added really well in the summer transfer window, brought in loads of players that will help them make a difference, and I fully expect them to be way away from relegation battle. I don't even think they'll even bother. And with that, if I'm in total honesty, and I wouldn't be surprised if at times you maybe think, can they get into the playoffs, if you get what I mean? I think they'll just fall short, but I think a vast improvement from last season where they just avoided relegation on the last day to like finish in 10th. I think it's really good achievement, if you get what I mean. And Danny Röhl done an amazing job. So yeah. 9th I put Preston. The reason why is because they're just one of them teams really where they're just in and around. They're always just in and around that area of the table. Then they're never good enough to really make the top 6, but they're always round. They're a solid championship out of the sign a few players. I mean, I understand Sam Greenwood. Borough fans didn't really like him, so it'll be interesting how he does there. But overall, I think it'll be another solid season for Preston. So, yeah. If I put Norwich the reason why is because I think they'll fall short of the playoffs this year. Obviously, they've got a new manager. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. If you get men, they've still got some of their key players still there, like Sarah, Rowe, Sargent. Will any of them go? I don't know, but yeah, I think it'll be a season where Norwich are fighting for the playoffs. But I think this year, where they got in it, I think they'll just miss out. So yeah. 7th and just missing out, I put Sheffield United. The reason why is because the signings they have made, I think are really good. They've signed Burrows and Kiefer Moore, who's a really good championship striker, O'Hara, and I think there's some really good signs for that level. Look at signing Hoover, who was on loan at Stoke last season, and I think that there are really good signs. The reason why I put the missing out on the playoffs because right now I think they need another 5 or 6 players to really have some squad depth, because I do worry if a few players get injured that they're struggle if you get maybe squad depth. And after his last few jobs, I'm not convinced with Chris Wilder if you get Remain, but yeah, I think they'll finish 7th. I think they'll be around it, but I think they'll just miss out. So yeah, 6th I put West Brom and just making the last playoff play. I think it's probably Carlos Cunningham for me. He's one of the best managers in the league. If you get Remain, yeah, he's lost a few players. I think Matt Nair's a good signing until January, and I think they'll just snake in because Cunningham will get the absolute most out of his players if you get Remain. So yeah. 5th, I put Middlesbrough. As much as I don't like Middlesbrough for obvious reasons, I like Michael Carrick as a manager, and if it weren't for the season ending when it did last season, I think they would have got into the playoffs. If you get me, they haven't made too many signings, although it looks like they could be signing Tommy Conway from Bristol City, who I think if they do get that one over the line, is a really good signing, and I expect Middlesbrough to have a good season and get in the playoffs. So yeah. 4th, I put Coventry. The reason why, because I think it's a similar situation to Middlesbrough, really. If the season didn't end, they probably had a chance to make in the top 6 last season. And I think the players that they took to what cost them last season, the players having to gel at the start of it. If you get me, if I had a year gel, they've obviously added well. It looks like they've signed Mason Clark, they've signed Jack Redoni. It looks like they're signing the lad from West Brom, the striker. And I think Coventry's in for a really good season. Mark Roberts is for one of the best managers in the league. So yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they even had to go at the top 2. But I think they'll just finish 4th. But I think it's a good season. So yeah. 3rd, I put Luton. The reason why I think they'll just miss out on promotion to the Premier League. I like the squad. I think the players that built the squad in mind for what happens if the worst case scenario happens and they get relegated. I like Rob Edwards, the manager. I think Sam Baptiste is a really good signing for the level, and I think they'll push my top 2 all the way, but I just think they'll miss out. Obviously, they've lost Ross Barkley, which was going to happen, really, if we're being total honesty. But they've got strikers who can score goals. Defensively, they'll be good at this level, I'm sure. And I like Rob Edwards, manager, and I think they'll push the top 2 all the way. For the top 2, but I think they'll just miss out, unfortunately, for them. So yeah, 2nd, I put Burnley. The reason why is because I think the squad that, I don't expect them to be as confident as the last time they were in the Championship, hence why I've got them 2nd. Obviously, they had Teller, they had Matson, they had Harvey Bellis, if you get what I mean. But I think they'll still have enough to go up, as I think they've still got enough quality players in that squad to go up. Scott Parker knows how to get promoted out of this league. He's done it twice before. I expect him to do it again, if I'm in total honesty. And yeah, I just think Burnley squad is really good for the level. Even the players who perhaps weren't good enough it's just like always, the players who weren't good enough in the Premier League last year will be some of the better players in the Championship. And like I said, I think they will win promotion to the Premier League. So yeah. Then first, I've got Leeds. The reason why, because yes, I know that they're going to lose Somerville. It looks like he's going to West Ham, but I'm sure they'll get a good replacement. To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if they went after Jack Clark, if I'm in total honesty. They've lost Greer, which is a bit of a signal as well. But I still think they've got some really good players. Getting Roding on a permanent deal is really good business. Obviously, they've signed Rothwell from Bournemouth, and I think this year they've still got players like Nong, or whether he leaves, they've still got Ampadu, they've still got Dan James, and their squad is still really good for the level. And I think that I was surprised it didn't go up this year. Last year, I'd be surprised they didn't go up this year. So yeah, I think they'll be my league winners. There is a few more of them players and don't improve the squad. If they lose and they don't improve the squad, if you get what I mean, then I might think about twice about putting them there. But right now, even though they're going to lose Songville, I think they have enough to win the league. Farke knows how to get promoted out of this league as well. So yeah. So overall, that's my championship predictions. Please let me know what you think of my predictions. What are your predictions? And please obviously be respectful in the comments. And at the end of the day, like I just said at the start of the video, these are my opinions. They can be taught. Some of them will probably be totally wrong, and we are back here to laugh at them in May. So yeah, the next time we'll see me is probably on Saturday after Sunderland's pre-season friendly against Marseille. So yeah, so that's the end of the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, view, comment, and see. Yeah.